feeling the vibe. We are so alert. Is it me and you now? Let me smoke that pipe. Feeling so fly. Wanna dance with you. Rhythm takes control. Always on tonight. And you shine like gold. I can't get enough now. Let me come real close. Baby, strike a pose.
Let me smoke that pipe. I'm feeling so
triangle pose. All eyes on you. Make room on the dance floor now. What you gonna do?
Take that ember, that spark that brought you to yoga, and keep it burning. Keep it burning, because you are destined to be on fire. You are strong, and you are getting stronger with each and every day, with each and every practice. And you know what? You haven't come this far just to quit. Stick with it and have some fun. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. Best part is this is your yoga from home, where you do it your way, but you always do what's right for your body. It's a 1 hour long practice. It's 1 hour. Maybe you can stick around for the whole hour. Maybe you can't. Do what you can, right? And every day is different. Every day our practices are different. Today is our Yoga Plus. And Yoga Plus means yoga plus Pilates, plus barre, plus some weights, plus, just having fun. Just move and preparation for your weekend, right? And as you do what you do, don't hurt yourself. Do what's right for your body. Don't do anything that hurts. If it hurts, don't do it. Back out of it. Take it to a lesser percentage or skip it altogether. But just try. Just try. Oh my goodness, what's up with you? So today you're going to need some props. You're going to need some props. Today we are going to use the weights and the fitness ball, and just have some fun with it. The props you're going to need today are your little bender ball, and the ball is kind of squishy. It's got an unstable surface for you to do some of your poses. 2 hand weights. If you don't have those, water bottles would work. I've got a resistance band as well. That's kind of fun. Maybe you want to incorporate that. Oh my gosh, all this stuff. Water to drink, an eye shade, a towel to use under your knee or for final shavasana, a strap. 2 yoga blocks. It's a lot, isn't it? Oh my goodness. I'm tired already. But the word to think about as you practice today is dynamic. Dynamic. Think energy. Think effective action. Vigorous activity. Forceful, energetic, full of life. That is you. Let's bubble it on up. Keep that fire going. All right, you got your props. Let's come on up to a standing position for our little warm-up. Lock in a stress number. We always talk about that. Find your ball too. Let's come on up to standing, and stress number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you stress-wise? I'm going to move these things off of my mat. So lock in the stress number. Nothing serious, nothing big. Just remember a number, how you feel in your body. Call it a stress number, a stiffness number, worry number, whatever. Lock that number in. Let's work on bringing that number down and just helping you find more peace in your body. All right, ball between your thighs. Give it a good squeeze. Let's get the blood flowing. All right, ball is between your thighs. Take your hands to your hips. Come on up onto your toes. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Big breaths in through your nose. And big sighing breaths out through your mouth. Ball helps you be a little more stable here. If you don't have the ball, totally fine. Just move. Bring the heels up behind the toes, high on the toes, and then come on down. When you're ready, you can put your heels down, lift your toes on up, and give them a wiggle. Breathe. Let's get back to it. Lift up into the ball of the foot. Breathe. Just have some fun with it. How often do you come up on your toes? Last month we did a month of challenges of living your yoga off of your mat. One of the things we did was standing on your toes and just walking around a little bit that way. Seems kind of silly, but walk from, your sink to your dinner table on your toes. Just try. Just keep the feet and the foundation nice and strong. Lift and lower. Then a few times down on the heels and let the toes come up and wiggle. Plant the feet down on your mat. Let's go into palm tree pose. Send your arms high up to the sky, an extended mountain. Interlace your fingers, palms go up. Start to sway from side to side. Breathe, let it feel good. You gotta move it, right? Move it or lose it. Breathe, side to side, nice little sways. Doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot. Finish up, take a baby back bend. Maybe the arms go back, or maybe you prefer to put your hands at your low back, sending your belly forward and looking up. You don't have to go too far. When you're ready, hinge forward. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Look back toward the ball between your legs or up towards your navel. Crown of the head, shake it. Release your fingers to the mat. Arms are heavy. Breathe. Sweep the arms on up. Come on back to your extended mountain pose. Squeeze the ball, and when you're ready, arm circles. So circle your arms to the back of the room. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Liz. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Stan. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tim. Hi, Rena. Hi, Kim. Hi, Becky. Take your arm circles in the other direction. And then place your hands on your hips. Come into a chair-like pose. Bend in the knees and just little teeny squats here. Little teeny squats, little teeny pulses. Breathe. How do your ankles feel? Do you want to pop up onto your toes? Maybe you can do that and challenge your balance a little bit. Breathe. Breathe. You're pulsing, holding, squeezing that ball. Maybe plant your feet, continue to pulse. I don't know if you like to be flat-footed or if you want to come up onto the toes, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Little pulses, little pulses, little pulses to warm you up. Sink a little lower and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. Take our nod to our bar practice early on, right? Now sit nice and low, squeeze the ball, squeeze it in, squeeze it in. Squeeze it in. You're thinking, oh my gosh, if this is the warm-up, what's to come? Breathe. Breathe. Little squeezes, and then finish. Plant your feet. You still got the ball between your legs. Let's do our big coat swing. Feet are planted. Sway from side to side. Look over your shoulder, and then the other shoulder. Breathe. Let it go. Nice big twist. As you exhale, the twist is getting deeper. Look over one shoulder, then the other. And when you're ready, finish up. Finish up. Let the arms hang by your side. Let's do ragdoll pose. Hinge forward. If you're not using the ball, toe heel your feet so they are hip-width distance apart. That's 2 fist widths. You can measure. You're down here. And then bring your hands to opposite elbow creases. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. A little bend in your knees might feel great. Big breath in. Big breath out. Start to sway gently from side to side. As you sway, let one knee come back toward, or one elbow come back toward the knee, and then the other side. Feel a little stretch in your side body. Feel the decompression of your low back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. When you're ready, finish up. Come back to the midline of your body and just hang out here for a second. Shake your neck a little bit. Loosen up any tension there. Look back toward the ball or up towards your navel. Just let the crown of your head come even more to the ground. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let it go. Fold forward even more. And then release your hands to the mat. Come on down to your knees. Let's do child's pose. Remove the ball. You can take it to the top of your mat if you like. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back to the heels. Arms can be down by your sides. You can use a block here to bring the mat up to you. Rest your forehead on the mat with a block. Palms face up, fingers reach to the bottom of your mat. Or let's shake it up. Let's bring the knees wider. Spread them to the edges of your mat. Big toes are still touching. Hips go back to your heels and your hands reach, reach, reach to the top of the mat. Or put them on that ball. Find that depth of that range of motion in the shoulders. Start to massage the ball from left to right into the mat. Forehead is down on either the block or the mat. Knees spread wide. Big breath in and big breath out. Close your lips if you like. Breathe in and out of your nose only to build heat in your body. And come back to your child's pose anytime you want. Come back to your Ujjayi Pranayama breath anytime you want. That's the lips closed, breathing in and out of the nose. Maybe there'll be times when you want to take a big sigh out of your mouth to let tension go. You decide. When you're ready, let's finish up here. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees underneath your hips. come to a neutral tabletop position. In your neutral tabletop position, let's do a forearm stretch. So bring your forearms forward and your fingers reach back towards your knees. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hi, Renee. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Polly. All right. Fingers are towards your knees. Move your hips a little bit left to right. You want to feel a nice stretch in your forearm. Don't get that stretch very often, do you? All right, bring your hips back a little more towards your heels and let your weight come into your fingers. Maybe that feels nice. If it doesn't feel nice, don't do it. All right, breathe. Stretch out your forearms, hips a little bit side to side, maybe more back toward the heels. Nice. And then let's finish up. Come back to a neutral tabletop in a natural position with the fingers pointing forward. Lift your arms up off of your mat, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your wrists, kind of get the tingles away from here. All right, let's do some toes pose and ankle pose. All right, couple ways you can do it. You can come to standing on your knees, tuck your toes toward your shins, and have a seat back on your heels. Maybe you just want to rest here. Now you could use no block at all and sit on your heels, and then take the blocks by your sides, like bringing the ground up to you, and flow from your toes pose to an ankle pose. That's putting the tops of your feet on your mat and then pressing into your blocks, popping your knees up and taking the stretch into your ankles. So you decide, use the blocks if you like, stay in your toes pose if you want, or flow through it. Feel the depth of the stretch. We did this yesterday. I'm not going to use the blocks. Maybe you would like to not use the blocks and just challenge your balance a little bit. We did a toes pose, ankle pose flow yesterday in our restorative practice, and just, played with it a little bit to just get that feeling and know what it feels like to really work the feet, really work the ankles. Rest as long as you like in your toes pose, and try to do an equal amount of time or so in your ankle pose, whatever feels right. And challenge yourself a little bit in the ankle pose. Maybe take it back even further so you feel like you're almost even on the tops of your toes. Do what feels right. Okay, so your feet, you've got 26 bones in your feet, 33 different joints, 19 muscles, and 107 ligaments. There's a lot going on down there. Move it, strengthen it. All right, let's finish up in this little flow here. Let's come to a cat-cow position. Okay, cat-cow. We did a lot of different variations this week. Maybe you take the one you like. I'm going to take classic cat-cow. As I exhale, I'm going to tuck my chin to my chest, tuck my tailbone under, pushing into the earth with my hands and my feet. Inhale, cow, lift the tailbone, lift the crown of the head up. Do a couple cat-cows to your pace of breath. Exhale for cat. Remember that one. Inhale for cow. Breathe, cat-cow. Move your spine. Move your shoulders, protract, retract, stretch, push the earth away. And then come to a neutral tabletop. In your neutral tabletop, your crown of your head and your tailbone lengthen to opposite ends of the room. Let's do cat pulling its tail. You could use your strap here around the ankle if you would like to pull on that. I'm going to lift the right leg up, 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 bringing the knee to about hip height. Maybe you keep it right here. Maybe you circle the ankle in one direction and then circle it in the other. Maybe pulse the foot a little bit up to the sky. Breathe here. Dial the right hip down, keeping both hips equal distant to your mat. So here's the pulling the tail part. Push into the earth. Don't forget, top of the left foot, right hand into the mat. Take the left hand, reach around and capture the foot or capture the strap if you're using it. Push the earth away. Push, push, push. And then turn to the left. Gaze to the left side of your mat, your room, or up over your left shoulder. Kick hard into your back hand. Finish up. Knee comes down, hand comes down. Breathe. You're back to that neutral tabletop. Adjust. Press into the earth. Lengthen through the spine. Lift up the left leg. Lift it up. Maybe circle the ankle in one direction. Then circle the ankle in the other direction. Mentally, it's hard for me to go in the other direction. All right, dial the left hip down. Maybe pulse the foot up, up, up to the sky. Maybe this is right where you stay, or maybe you decide to take your hand, reach around, capture your foot. The hips are equal distant to the mat. Gaze to the right side of your mat or gaze over your right shoulder as you kick into your hand. Cat pulling its tail. Let's finish. Come on down. Knees come down, hands come down. Let's do bird dog pose. Kick it up a notch. Maybe use your ball. If you don't have the ball, don't worry about it. You can do it anyway. All right, right knee is going to be our foundation. Place the knee on the mat or on the squishy ball. And I mean squishy ball. You're going to flatten it like a pancake. It's not serving as a ball here, it's serving as an unstable surface under the knee. Tuck the right toes toward the shin, little bit of a kickstand. Press on up, left leg lifts, left leg extends. Drive through your left heel. Whew, find your stability on that ball. Maybe this is right where you stay. Left leg is extended, so let's extend the right arm, the opposite arm. Reach, really press into the ground. It helps keep you strong. Hold it here, reach, reach, reach. Maybe tuck, elbow to knee under the navel, and stretch, and reach, and tuck, and stretch, and reach, and tuck. Maybe one more time, and then finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Gets your heart going, doesn't it? All right, ball under the other knee. Have fun with it. You know, buy one of the balls. They're not very expensive. Tuck your left toes. Same thing, other side. Press into the mat. Lift the right leg up, up, up. Knee at hip height. Leg extends, drives through the heel. Hold right here if this is where you want to be. Right here is hard enough. Trust me, believe me. And then if you like, extend the left arm. Reach. Push hard into the earth. Your core is strong. Find length in your spine. If you like, elbow to knee. Once, twice, however many times speaks to you. Dig your fingers of your right hand into your mat. Stretch and reach and tuck and finish. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Remove the ball from underneath your knee if you used it. Time for fire hydrant. Take your ball behind your right knee. No ball, totally fine. You can do it without it. You could also do it with your weight behind your knee. The ball, however, I think makes it more fun. You gotta grab the fun where you can, right? All right, squeeze the ball, lift the right knee up, and start to do your fire hydrant. So it helps to draw the right foot into a dorsiflexion, bringing the toes towards the shin. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the knee to the right side of the room. Lift and lower. You decide. Little dog, little lifts. Big dog, bigger lifts. Maybe bring the knee up to about hip height. Bring it up. Maybe pulse it a little bit. When you got it up there, pulse. Breathe. And then let's finish. Hover the right knee next to the left, but we're not going to even set it down. We're going to go right into our donkey kick. When you're ready, lift the right leg up, keeping the knee bent. Hold on to that ball. So kind of like the first stage of our bird dog pose. Now this time, pulse the heel in, toward your bottom. Knee at about hip height, hips equidistant to your mat. Whew. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now, squeeze the ball really tight, drawing the heel closer to your bottom, and then pulse the foot up to your sky. Your sky, my sky, our sky. Breathe, breathe, breathe. How are you doing? Isn't this fun? Don't you love donkey kicks? Feels so good when we anticipate that child's pose that's coming in a little bit. That wide-legged child's pose where you're gonna stretch it out. Donkey kick, love it, love it, love it. Finish, hover the knee next to the other knee. Hover, press into the earth, you got it. Hold it right here and finish. Knee comes down, we got another knee to do. Let's bring the ball or the weight behind the left knee. Neutral tabletop, take a breath here. Woo. Lift the left knee up and start to do your fire hydrant. Kicks to the side of the room. Woo. Left hip, keep it down. Lift, little dog, big dog, maybe lift it higher. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. Maybe lift it high and pulse it a few times. Lift it high, pulse it a few times. Breathe, breathe. You can do it. You're doing it. When you're ready, finish up. Hover the knee next to the other one, just an inch or so above your mat. Donkey kick time. Lift the knee up. Knee at about hip height. Pulse the knee or the heel in. Dial the left hip down a little bit so your hips are equidistant. Find length in your spine. Push the earth away. You got it. You're strong. Enjoy your breath. Breathe, Breathe, breathe. Finish kicking yourself in the behind. Hug the heel in tightly, and then pulse the foot up to the sky. This is your variation of your donkey kick today. Sometimes we use the resistance band. That's good too. Sometimes nothing behind the knee. You decide what is best for you today. How's the pulsing coming? Let's finish. Hover the left knee next to the right. Push the earth away. Hips are equidistant to the mat. Let's go into that promised child's pose. Bring the knee down. Remove the ball. Spread your knees as wide as you can, as wide as you want. Reach the arms to the top of the mat. Sink your hips back to your heels. Toes touching. Big toes touching. Stretch it out. Breathe. Big breath in, big breath out. Maybe work your forearms down to the mat. Maybe work your chest down to the mat. Breathe. Let's finish up. Press on up. Grab a seat on your heels. Grab a drink of water if you like. Let's do plank, all right? So I'm gonna use the ball to do plank. What we do a lot of days is we set a 1-minute timer. Timer is just there if you want to challenge yourself to see how long you're holding your plank. Planks are so good for so many different things. Strengthens your core. And when you think about it, in a plank, everything is held tightly. Everything. You are working on strengthening your core. Strengthening the core is so important for just walking, doing anything you do. Strong core is so important. All right, take the variation of plank you like. Lots of ways to take it. If you're just beginning, maybe you want to come back to your neutral tabletop. Walk your hands a little more forward, knees a little more back. Find the shift of the weight into your hands and hold it here. You could also take your hands, ball them into fists if it doesn't feel good on your wrists. If it doesn't feel good on your wrists, you can also slip down to your forearms. And then you could also stay on your knees or send your legs long, lifting up into the toes, forearm plank with the elbows under the shoulders. Today, I'm gonna take this ball and I'm gonna place it between my thighs. I'm gonna come into a high plank. We're gonna set a timer and I'll tell you how much time elapses, or you can see it up on the screen to do what you want to do. Come into your variation of plank. Hold it. Let's go. Timer is begun. There we go. All right. Hold it here. Feet, shoulder, hip width distance apart. Hands, shoulder width distance apart. Dig your hands into your mat if you're in a high plank. We are 10 seconds in. Take breaks when you need them. Send your hips high if you want. Come down to your knees if you want. Take a break when you need it. We are 15 seconds in. You got it. More than 15. Hold it here. Strong arms. Press the earth away. Lengthen through your spine. We are halfway there. Breathe. Breathe. Take your breaks when you need them, even a little break. Popping down to the knees for a second or two is a huge mental break. Breathe. We have 20 seconds to go. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. Breathe. Lengthen. Stay strong. Here we go. We're in the last 10 seconds. Count them down. 8, 5, 2, 1, and done. Come down to your knees. Remove the ball. Have a seat on your heels. That is your thunderbolt pose. However long you did it, it's good. You made it. Let's come into it again. Take your drinks when you want. Take the ball behind your low back. No ball, totally fine. You can come all the way down to reclined. The ball behind your back. Bend your knees. Have the soles of your feet on your mat today. Lean back like you're in a beach chair. No sagging shoulders though. Chest is lifted. Lean back till you really feel your core engage. Hands to prayer center. Little pulses here. Take it lower, bring it higher. You decide. Use that ball. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hands can be at prayer center. Arms can reach to the front of the room. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe in and out of the mouth is what you need now. It's all good. Strong core, strong belly, strong low abs. You got it. Chest is lifted. Maybe take the hands, bend the elbows to the sides of the room, fingers lightly at your temples, little lifts, little lowers. Take it low. Hold it here. Little pulses here. Little pulses here. You got it. Prefer to have the arms reaching between the legs, do so. I think that's a little, for me, a little more comfortable. But challenge yourself. Do what maybe doesn't feel comfortable, as long as it doesn't hurt. You're good. Let's finish. Hands back to prayer center. Your neck, your head, your shoulders are in line. Little pulses. Let's finish. Come on up. So remove the ball. Grab a drink if you want it. Whew. We're going to do another Pilates pose. Guess which one it is. Think about it when you drink. All right, Pilates pose. Very popular, well-known one is the hundreds. All right, take the ball down by your ankles. You can either give it a squeeze, just something to do, or you can ditch the ball completely. Come all the way down to reclined. Once you're here, maybe you squeeze the ball between your ankles. Maybe you place your feet up on the ball just to get that feel of the feet lifted, or maybe your feet are down completely. All right, arms down by your sides. For the hundreds, the idea is you pat the ground 100 times. All right, you do it as many times as is right for you. Don't count, I'm not gonna count. I'm just gonna begin by lifting up the shoulders, letting my fingers reach toward my feet, and pulse the hands down. Now, if you have the ball between your ankles, you can lift it up and give it a tight squeeze. Hold it here, breathe. Maybe you peel up a little higher, maybe you come down a little lower. Maybe you keep the shoulders down, maybe you keep the feet down. You know, just try. That's the ticket. That's winning. Just trying is winning. Stick with it. You got it. Hold on. Squeeze the ball if you want. Pat the ground. Breathe. Look up, up, up. Breathe. You're strong. You can do it. Are you counting, Rosemary? I bet you are. Good on you. When you're ready, let's finish. Come on down. Stick pose. Arms reach high. Toes point. Wiggle your hips, be done. Whew. Let's come into it again. Press on up into a seated position. Find your ball. Guess what? We're gonna do a plank again. Gonna time it for another minute. Stick with me, you got this. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge by taking this ball. Find your variation of plank. Maybe you go back to your knee plank. Maybe you take the ball, slip it under your feet. Slip it under your feet, and let's press on up into a plank. Hold here. Find your timer, go. Find a timer, please go. All right, find your balance. 1 minute timer has begun. We are only 5 seconds in. All right, we got this. Come on now. Shoulders are over your wrists. Stay strong on the ball. It's an unstable surface. You've got this. We are 15 seconds in. Take your breaks when you need them. Hold on. Stay strong. Core is engaged. Crown of the head is lengthened. You're pushing the earth away with fingers spread wide. We are halfway there. Breathe. Hold. You got it. You got it. Stay strong. Whew. Breathe. Work up that sweat. Glisten through this. 20 seconds to go. Embrace the shake. Hold on here. You're strong and steady. 15 to go. Breathe. 10. Come on, you can do anything for 10 seconds. Push harder into the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Come down to your knees. Remove the ball. Wide-legged child's pose. Knees wide, arms reach, heels back. Breathe. Whew. Don't you love planks? Finish up. Come on up. Find your 2 blocks. Find your 2 blocks and your 2 weights. Bring the weights to the sides of your block. We're going to do our usual low lunge with a half splits. Then we're going to incorporate the weights if you want. I don't know if I got enough water today. Huh. All right. I need a bigger bottle. Okay, let's go. Come to standing on your knees. Right foot forward. Right knee over right ankle. There you go. Hip locks. Bringing the ground up to me. Left leg long on the mat. Maybe slip the towel underneath the knee. All right, feel the nice big stretch in the right knee. Breathe here. Start to surf it out. Straighten the right leg and then bend the right knee. Straighten and bend, bend and straighten. Move those knees. Maybe you've got the towel under your left knee. Breathe. Bring the right knee forward to the ankle and then straighten it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Surf it out completely. Right leg is straight, Walk the blocks back, perhaps sit on your right heel. Pop it on up, walk them forward, and surf. Take it deeper, take it stronger, you got it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's finish here. Come back to your starting position. Press your hands good and hard into the block. Press the weight into your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Move the block so you're comfortable. Send the left leg high. Breathe, look down to your right knee, and then finish. Right foot meets left. Right leg goes back. Send it long on the mat. Left knee over left ankle. Press into your blocks. Right leg goes long. Breathe. Start to surf it out here. Straighten the left leg. Bend the right, or left, straighten the left leg, bend the left leg. Nice big stretch in the right hip. Enjoy it. Stay here, stay doing this. Keep enjoying it, have fun with it. Maybe surf it out. Walk it all the way back, bottom to your heel. Walk it on forward, knee forward of the ankle. Use the blocks or don't use the blocks, like you did in your toes pose and ankle pose. Not using the block is a challenge to your balance. Breathe. Engage your strong core as you surf. And when you're ready, come back to that starting position. Knee over ankle, hands to the blocks or to the ground. Send your right leg up to the sky and take your little half splits. Send it up high, look to your left knee. Breathe, finish. Right foot meets left. Find your weights. Come on up to standing. Weights to your hips. Take a big step back with your left foot. Rebend the knees. You got those juices flowing in the knees. Put a big bend in them. Hover the back knee above the earth. Right knee over right ankle. Little pulses up and down here. Add in the weights if you like. Weights to your shoulders. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Knee comes up. Weights come up. Knee comes down. Weights come to your shoulder. Breathe. Not very high in the lift in the knees. Breathe. Let's finish. Weights down by your sides. Straighten the legs. Kind of like nice and straight like a pyramid. Bring the left foot forward to meet the right. Right foot goes back in a nice big stance. Bend into both knees here. Get into it. How are you doing? Lower the knees on down. Breathe. Lower the right knee. Pulse it. Pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. Add the weights if you want to your shoulders. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. How are you doing, strong legs? Breathe. Let's finish. Right leg comes to meet the left. Come on up to standing. I think I cut that side a little bit short. That's all right. We'll make up for it. All right. Whew. In your standing position, you can bring the ball between your thighs. Have your weights, or nothing at all, or 2 water bottles. Have the weights, your palms, face the front of the room. Squeeze the ball and soften in your knees. Bicep curls. Weights up to your shoulder and bring them on down. Weights to the shoulder, bring them on down. But do it with control. Put a little bend in your knees. With control. Little bend in your knees. Bicep curls with control. And don't let them plop down, and don't let them pull you too far down. Keep a strong hold on them. You're in control here. Lift and lower. Elbows hugged in by your sides. Your gaze is forward. Maybe alternate with your bicep curls. Maybe that feels better for you today. You decide, because it's your workout. Your yoga, your Pilates, your bar, your weights. You know, you can always increase or decrease the weights. Breathe. Pop, don't pop. Stand up nice and straight. Bring the weights to your shoulders. Let's have our hands in towards our cheeks and then lift and lower the weights here. So you're coming like into an extended mountain and lower. Nice strong squeeze on that ball. Lift and lower. Breathe. And same thing here. If you want to alternate, do that. Breathe. 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 Push it on up. Now let's switch. Bring your weights to your shoulders. Bring your palms to the front of the room. And then lift here. Lift, 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 lift. Breathe. Think it's a big old barbell, right? Lifting and lowering. You can alternate here too. If that's better, give one shoulder a little bit of a break. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. Don't give up. Don't quit. Squeeze your shoulders together, elbows toward the back of the room. Lift, 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 lift. And let's finish. Weights to your shoulders. Weights down by your sides. Take a breath. Shoulders are away from your ears. Doesn't this feel nice? Shake your neck a little bit. When you're ready, tee out your arms. Tee out your arms and just pulse them down. Put that little bend back in your knees. Pulse, pulse, pulse the arms. Down, down, down like a little bird flying. Breathe. Chest is lifted. Gaze is up. You got it. You got it. Flip your hands, palms face up and pulse them up. Pulse them up. Pulse them up. Breathe. 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 Arms, bring them in front of you, parallel to each other. Pulse the arms up. 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 Little alternating pulses is nice too. Sit down into your bottom. Squeeze the ball. Maybe pop on up to your toes. Breathe. Breathe. Balance. You got it. Breathe. Arms down by your sides. Stay up on your toes if you like. Let's do drinking bird. Shoulders are back and down. Sink into your bottom. Pop up on your toes if you like. Pulse the weights to the back of the room. So the end of the weight is going toward the back wall. Think of your upper chest. Squeeze your shoulders together. Lift your chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Lift those weights as high as you can toward that back wall and start to pulse them in, in, in. Breathe, pulse them in, pulse them in. Sink lower, start to pulse down. So you're pulsing in with the arms, down and up in the legs. Oh my gosh, brain exercise, right? You got it, you got it, you got it. Let's finish. Feet come down, arms by your side. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Triceps, let's love on them again. All right, bring your arms up to the sky. Bend your elbows. Hold on to those weights or ditch one of them if you want. Hug your elbows towards your ears. Let the weights come toward the back of your neck. Hold it right here, stretch it out. Whew. When you're ready, lift the arms to the sky and then rebend them. Breathe. Work on the backs of those arms. Little bend in your knees. Might feel super good. Breathe. 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 How are you doing? I hope you're having fun. You gotta have fun. You know, you think, I don't want to do yoga today. Think just mentally. I can do yoga. I am doing my yoga. I am moving my body. I get to do yoga. Put a positive spin on it. You know it's good for you. Get moving. Breathe. Let's finish. Arms down by your sides. Shake out your arms. Let it go. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. All right. Place your weights down. Still keep the ball where it is. Bend in your knees for a chair pose. You can have the ball or nothing at all. For your chair pose, pop up onto your toes here. Pop up onto your toes. Hold here. Shoulders back over your hips. Start to pulse down, 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 down. No weights, hands on your hips or a chair for balance. It's all good. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Little teeny pulses down. Come to sit nice and low, hover. Now little teeny pulses of the ball in, 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 in. You got it, you got it, you got it. Sink a little lower, keep the pulse going. Let's finish. Heels come down, remove the ball, find your 2 blocks, place them in front of you, come into Pasarita. All right, so spread your legs wide. Heels in a little bit. Legs spread wide, hands can be on your hips, you decide, or bring them into a big capital letter X. Wiggle your hips, breathe, chest is lifted. When you're ready, tee out your arms, hinge forward here. Once your back is flat, maybe bring your hands down to the earth, adjust your feet a little bit more. You've got these 2 blocks here at whatever height you like. Hinge forward, placing your forehead, or more like the crown of your head, onto the block. Maybe reach back, grab your calves, and just be happy for this little teeny inversion. Maybe bring your hands to the sides of the block. Hold on here. Think of going into a headstand. Pop your heels up, roll onto the balls of your feet. Just have some fun here. Try it. Just try it. Breathe. Finish up. Heels come down. When you're ready, flatten your back. Tee out your arms. Rise on up. Big capital letter X. Wiggle your hips. You got it. Let's do some balancing. Hands to prayer center. Bring the left foot to meet the right or right foot to meet the left. Let's do tree pose. Balance into your left foot. For an added challenge today, I'm going to stand on my block. All right, mentally, this is the big thing. The block is stable. Just going to step on up to it. You can be on the ground if you like. Have a chair here if you like. All good. Hands to the hips. Maybe take the weight out of the right foot. Bring the right foot, sole of the right foot, up, up, up to wherever is comfortable for you. Drive the outside of the right knee to the back of the room. Hold on. Hands to prayer center. Hold on. Great place to be. Grow the branches if you like. Sway the branches if you like. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Find your balance and finish. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot down on the ground and maybe switch the block to the other side. It's mental, isn't it? Because the surface is just as stable, but you're thinking about it. Try not to think about it. Just do. Root the foot into the ball, that would be fun on the ball. Root the foot into the block or the ground. Draw your other foot up to wherever is comfortable for you, maybe high on the thigh. Just don't put it on the knee. Grow the branches if you like. Look up. Breathe. Sway your branches. You got it. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the left foot next to the right. Ditch the blocks. All right, take a big step forward with your right foot. Hands on your hips if you like. Hinge forward. Hinge forward, send the left leg up. Hips are equidistant to the mat. Little bend in your knee, feels good. Come into an airplane pose. Palms face down. Reach your fingers to the back of the room. Hold it here. Maybe lift the leg a little higher. Reach. Reach. Finish. Right foot meets left. Left foot steps back. Weight hinges into the right leg. Hands on the hips to begin. Right leg lifts. Little bend in the left knee. Hold it here. Maybe sweep the arms back. Palms face down. Lift the leg higher. Reach the fingers to the back of the room. Find your balance. You're strong. And you're getting stronger every day, right? Right foot meets left. Arms go high, extended mountain. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands to your calves. Fold in half like a paper clip. Hands to your mat. Walk them forward. Come into a down dog. Adjust your feet so your hips are, so your heels are lifted. Feet are hip width distance apart. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Pedal it out. Pedal it out. Breathe. You got it. When you're ready, still your feet. Hinge forward into a high plank. Bend your knees. Come on down to your belly. Once you're on your belly, hands under your shoulders, hold here. When you're ready, let's send ourselves. Why did I say that? Let's bring our bodies into a Superman pose. So bring your arms long. Legs are long too, head at the midline of your body. Start by lifting one leg, then the other, then lift one arm, then the other. Maybe lift both legs at the same time, put them down. Maybe lift both arms at the same time, put them down. Maybe put it all together. Lift the arms and the legs, hold here in your Superman flying pose. Take it to Pilates swimmer. Kick your feet, sweep your arms back. Lift out of the chest even more, like we did earlier. Breathe, reach through the fingers, sweep them back forward, swim. Be still, Superman. Hold it. Start to kick, swimmer. Sweep the arms back like an airplane. Reach through the fingers, lift through the chest, keep the feet moving. Sweep them arms forward, keep swimming. Be still, Superman. Finish, come on down. Hands under your shoulders, press on up, seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Finish. Come on up to a seated position. Legs long on your mat. Arms go high. Reach forward. Reach. Reach for your calves, your ankles. Just reach. Gaze forward and send your look to your knees. Breathe. 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 Hollow out the belly. Come closer to your knees. Breathe. Finish up. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Guess what? Plank. But a very doable plank. Side plank on your knee. That's even better. All right, come onto your right hip. Come onto your right hip, knees bent. Have your ball with you. Right arm is pressed into your mat. If you want, you can come on down to the forearm. We're gonna take the ball, lift it up to the sky, send your hips up too, and then reach the ball so far forward, maybe you bring it down to the ground. Lift it on up to the sky, hips come down, ball comes to your hip. Pop the ball and hip up, and then bring the ball down toward the earth. Ball comes back up, hips come down, ball comes down. Lift, reach, you got it. And now if you like, you can extend your legs long, press on up, and do it this way. Come on back down though onto the ground. Lift, and come on down. Lift, and come on down. Other side, switch it to your left hip. Stay on your hip, stay on your knees, all good. Ball goes up, reach, just pop your hips up a little bit, reach, and then come on back down. Reach, and come on back down. Keep at it, or pop on up, straight legs, keep the hips lifted, reach, bring them on down. Hips go up, bring them on down. You got it. You got it. I think we're evened out. One more time for good luck. And let's finish. All right, come on up to seated. Find your 2 blocks. Spread your legs wide. Let's do a wide-legged forward fold. Blocks between your legs, whatever height you like. Maybe it's the forearms that come down to them. Maybe it's the forehead. Little bend in your knees. Breathe here. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, let's finish. Shoulders over your hips. Take these 2 blocks to the top of your mat, nice and stacked, just a little atop of your mat, all right? So this is a bit of a challenge. All right, so keep them there. Let's come on down with the ball to our backs. Come on down, put the ball between your thighs, give the ball a squeeze, pop on up to your hips. Soles of your feet are on down on the mat. Arms down by your sides, bridge pose. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. The ball in. You got it. Little teeny pulses of the ball, squeezing the thighs in. Lift higher out of your hips. Now pulse up, up, up with your hips. Arms down by your sides, and breathe, breathe, breathe. Hips nice and high. Now squeeze, keep the hips static, and pulse the ball in. Press on up to the balls of your feet. Pulse the ball up, up, up. Pulse your hips up, up, up to the sky. You're on the balls of your feet. You're strong. You got it. Stay high and lifted on those Barbie doll feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ball in. You got it. You got it. You got it. Finish. Plant the soles of your feet on your mat. Remove the ball. Let it go. Let's pop on back up to a bridge pose. Lift your right leg up. Kind of hug it in. Plant it down. Lift the left leg up. Hug it in. Pull it down. So little marches, but you're helping the knee in with interlaced fingers beneath the knee. Keep your bridge lifted. Hug the knees in. You got it. You got it. Feet come down. Lower your spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Here comes your challenge today, if you want to do it. Remember, the old-fashioned bicycle is even a Pilates bicycle. Remember that pose? All right. So what you would do for that is send your hips high up to the sky. So when you're ready, hips go up to the sky, legs go up as best you can up toward the sky, chin towards your chest, hold it here, maybe work it to a plow. Let the feet come overhead. You know your body best if this is doable or not for you. Maybe let the toes come to those blocks so you know the ground isn't too far away. You make it to 1 block, Maybe kick it aside, make it to the next. Maybe kick it aside and take your toes to the earth. Finish up. Roll on down. Whew, nice job. Find your towel, your eye shade. Have it up close to your shoulders. And let's go into a supine twist. Left leg long, right leg bends, hug it in. Left hand guides the right knee across the midline of the body. Right arm tees out, look right. Hip comes down, knee gets hugged back in. Right leg goes long. Repeat on the other side. Left knee bends, interlaced fingers, hug it in. Right hand brings the left knee across your midline. Roll onto the right hip, tee out your left arm, look left. Hip comes down, gaze goes up, hug the knee in one more time. Happy baby, send the legs long. Draw both legs in. Your core is strong, hugging the knees in. Left hand under left knee, right hand under right knee. Rock a little bit from side to side. Stay right here if that's what you want. Make little circles with your knees on the ceiling. Or capture the inner thighs, capture the inner heels. Send one leg up to the sky, rebend it, send the other leg up to the sky. There's your happy baby. Alternate one leg, then the other. Movement. You know, you feel so much better when you're done with your yoga, don't you? You've got the movement going, you've got the fluid flowing. Life is good. Send both heels high to the sky, open up the legs wide. Your hands are on your ankles, open up the legs even wider. Think of the pinky toes going toward the earth. Nice big stretch, finish up. Knees come back to the midline, bend your legs, come on down. It is time to be done. But best pose is the last pose. Don't run out. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Cover up with whatever you want to cover up with. Maybe you've got a blanket. Oh, who'd want a blanket? But maybe you use the blanket on your feet or under your knees. Maybe you slip the blocks under your heels. Just get comfortable in your personalized little variation of final shavasana. I know, Stan, you like to keep the ball behind your neck. Just kind of float a little bit there. Not my thing, but if that's your thing, go for it. Arms down by your sides, palms face up or down, no hard, fast rules. But if your palms are up, you're externally rotating your shoulders. That's a little better for your posture. But you decide, maybe today you need the palms on the ground to just feel more grounded. Eyes are closed, a couple big sighs out through your mouth. Just let it go. You did a whole lot. Don't think otherwise. Don't doubt yourself for what you did. You did it. You did it. And the more you do it, the stronger you'll become. Breathe. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Eyes are heavy in the eye sockets. Imagine your cheeks is just soft. Teeth are not touching because your jaws are relaxed. Even your tongue isn't holding on to the roof of your mouth. Let it go. Neck is long, shoulders relaxed, arms heavy. Belly is finally soft after all those variations of plank. Let it go. Release. Be at peace. Deepen your breath. And know that this recovery time is just as important as the hard work you did. Let everything go. Any residual tension and any thoughts. Just be in your body. We are human beings, not human doings. You don't have to always do. Just be. Soften in your face a little bit more. Soften your shoulders just a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and a deep full breath out. Stay here longer if you like. It's time for you to conclude your practice. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take the motion up into the wrists and the ankles. Turn your head from left to right as you massage the back of your skull on your mat. Head back to the midline of your body. Arms go high overhead. Point through your toes. Take a big good morning stretch. Wiggle one arm closer to the top of your mat than the other as you lengthen through one side of your body, then the other. Finish up, bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees, and roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Use your low arms bicep as a pillow for your head and soften through your top shoulder. Rest your head heavily, eyes closed, deep breath in and out. As you're ready, slowly press on up to a comfortable seated position. Use your hands or not, you decide what is right for you today. Sit however is comfortable, hands to prayer center. Lengthen up through the crown of your head with a big inhale and soften with a big exhale. One more breath on your own. Lightly flutter your eyes open. That concludes our practice. I hope you liked it. So, stress number you took in the beginning, what was it then? And what is it now? The now number is the most important one. And how do your knees feel? How do your shoulders feel? You moved a lot, and that's really, really good. So as you go on with your day, let your conversations be full of grace, be thankful, and make the most of every opportunity. Keep the yoga spark going so you can stay fired up all day long. I've got some quiet dogs today. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Tell your friends about our practice and see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, hi. Now you're quiet. May I help you? You're a good girl. Lots of things seem impossible until they are done, and you just finished your yoga. Good on you. Awesome. Hi, how are you, Piper? That's Piper. This is Bonnie, and we are 316 Yoga. You know that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for finishing your yoga with me, letting me finish the yoga with you. Tell your friends about 316 Yoga. Tell them how good you're feeling. Tell them about our practice. It's free for them. It's free for you. It's free for anybody and everybody. If you'd like to support our broadcast, though, you can visit our website. It's 316 Yoga, www.316yoga.com. Enjoy your month. Enjoy your day. Enjoy what the yoga does for you, and share the goodness. See you guys on your mat tomorrow. Have a good day.